All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today I'm back with another video here. And today's game for the Flyers was just incredible. I mean, a really good game. I was very, very happy, pleased with how the Flyers played today. I really was. A lot of good things, right? You know, you went from... the last game against Minnesota was actually a really good one. I thought the Flyers played good on Tuesday. They actually played a lot better, very similar to how they were playing in January. They had a really good month of January, about 8-4-2. I did the whole video on that. And you saw legit real improvement from the team, and that was probably the best that this team was going to probably achieve. I had a feeling after the All-Star break it would go back down, and it did. Not a great month of February, and now you're in March where you've actually played better. You're 3-1-1 on this homestand, or excuse me, 3-2-1, and you had a lot of legit good plays in this game, and you were actually able to score. In the last handful of games, the Flyers have had more offense. They've been able to score. They've just been much better, if I'm being honest with you, in really all assets of the game and how you want them to play. In the last 6 games, the Flyers, they scored 3 against Vegas, 5 against Buffalo, 4 against Carolina, 6 against Florida, 5 against Minnesota, that's including the shootout, and then 3 today. That's a lot of goals. That's over 25 goals over the last 6 games. I mean, they've played well for what it's worth, and they've been able to score. The offense has been giving them a lot, and some guys have really been on it. Forrester and Zamula, I talked about a couple days ago where they were going to get sent down. That is confirmed. They will be getting sent down. So that takes a little bit of the offense out of the lineup for Forrester, who scored today, scored the empty netter, and Zamula, who's played a couple of games but played well. Lines in this one were a little bit different. Farabee, Cates, Tippett, Lemieux, Frost, Forrester, Van Riemsdyk, Hayes, and Allison, Bellows, and Lawton. And what really changed was the defense. The offense stayed the same. Provorov and York, Sanheim, Risto, Sealer, and D'Angelo, and then Zamula. It was like Zamula would kind of just switch in, but the last game they had more of Zamula with D'Angelo as well, and that happened against Florida as well. But again, Carter Hart was in net. First period, the Flyers couldn't really get much going. The first 10 minutes, 6 of them are all Red Wings on the power play. The too many men call, which the Flyers, that's actually the 3rd too many men call of this month. And a D'Angelo high stick for 4 minutes. It was a double minor because there was, the player on the Red Wings was bleeding in the mouth. So not great. The PK actually was really good to start this game. They didn't really give Detroit much of anything. Couple block shots, D'Angelo. And again, that was on the first power play. The D'Angelo high stick, another good penalty, good penalty kill, I should say. Really tight box. I thought Provorov and Ristolainen had a couple nice plays. Farabee had a chance shorthanded. Frost with the breakaway, kind of created that himself. I thought Frost had a good game. In the little details of the game, Frost is usually a very good component in that area. Overall, wasn't a bad first period. The last 10 minutes were much better. The Flyers got some more offense, more looks at the net late. Second period, they couldn't really get much going early. They had a power play that they gave the Red Wings, took a penalty again. Not bad. It was just killing our offense because it was another 2 minutes you're stuck in your own zone or having to, defend it, or you're down a man, whatever you want to call it. And they just looked off a little bit. It seemed like the passes were a little too far ahead or a little behind or whatever. And they ended up getting a really important goal from Kiefer Bellows. And basically every goal that Bellows has scored has been pretty important. He scored in Winnipeg that put the Flyers up 2-0. He scored in Pittsburgh to tie the game 1-1. He put the Flyers up 1-0 in this game. There's little things that went to this play. Lawton and Tippett had both had 2-on-1s twice in this period up until this point. Lawton actually had a play where he was on a 2-on-1 3 times, ended up scoring on the last one, but I'll get to that in a minute. So Bellows scores, and it's a really nice play because it was the Flyers stuck with it, right? It was a broken play. The pass on the 2-on-1 from Tippett over to Lawton was behind him, or it also deflected a little bit. It goes behind, and Bellows made a nice play to keep the play alive. Crashes the net. Tippett shot, rebound, slam dunk for Kiefer Bellows. It's 1-0 Flyers, and they needed that. I mean, the Red Wings were really pressing, and after that goal gave the Flyers momentum. They had more shots at the net. They had more play in the Red Wings end. They kept everything deeper in Detroit's zone, and overall, the Flyers were able to cash in, so it's 1-0. Then they get a power play, delay a game on Ernie. They had a couple looks, couple nice plays getting into the zone, but once they were set up, they couldn't really get anything crazy toward the net. Outside of that, they ended up taking a penalty, so it's 4-on-4 for a little bit. Lawton with a play, partial 2-on-1, could have been. Ends up being a 2-on-1. Lawton snipes it. 2-0 Flyers. A really important goal late in the period, and Lawton's been fantastic. His 18th goal of the season. He's probably going to get 20 goals. He's already has a career year in points, and clearly with goals as well. Just a really good season, and I did the watch party today, which was awesome. Had a great time on that, and a couple people were asking me, is Lawton your captain? And I said, yeah, I think Scott Lawton is the captain for next season. I don't really think it. I don't see it being any other Flyer, honestly. You can make the argument for Couturier. I mean, obviously there's other options, right? I mean, you have Couturier, you have Atkinson, but those guys haven't played. So, I mean, and that doesn't mean that that they're not leaders or they can't be captains, right? That's just they haven't played. If I were to guess right now, I would say it's Lawton. That's my guess. Third period, I thought it was a really good start to this period. Forrester had a chance off the rush. Farabee lasered a one-timer. That and it was an easy save for the Red Wings goaltender, Alex Nedeljkovic. It's easy for me to say. And I thought to myself, man, that's the first time Farabee's actually really shot hard in a long time. Actually just whistled one on net. It was a really good play just to send it on net. D'Angelo had a really nice play on a 2-on-1, deflected it down to Maher. That's one thing that D'Angelo's really good at is deflecting the puck or making a play defensively on a 2-on-1. He can lay down, he can deflect it out of midair. He's really good at reading 2-on-1s. 1-on-1, he's not great, obviously down low, stuff like that, and that can get better for sure. Power play for the Red Wings, it was a slash on Forrester. I didn't love that call at all. The referee, I said this on the watch party, the referee's on the other side, and Forrester's right-handed. He comes in from this side, so the ref's standing on the other side. He's just looking from the opposite way, and that looks like it's on the hands, but it was on the stick. So they still call. I get it. You can still call plays on the stick, but still, I didn't love the way that was called. Seider ended up hitting Lawton. Lemieux hits Raymond. Lawton had a really nice stick on Raymond on a defensive play in the slot. Hart had a great save in tight. Few plays at the net, and then the other save. My goodness. I mean, dives across, gets it with the glove. I'm in awe sometimes watching Carter Hart. I mean, it's incredible. And for this season, for how rough it's been for the Flyers, Hart's been one of the few positives. Same with Sam Ersson. The goaltending's actually been really good this season. Unfortunately, outside of Felix Sandstrom, who's had a rough year. Just incredible save. Really, really nice save. And it really just shows the talent that Hart is. I mean, it shows. It's just. There's nothing else I can say. The save speaks for itself. 3-0. Forrester would get the empty netter, and the Flyers win this game 3-0. Really good game. Again, on this homestand, you have two losses, one in overtime, one being in regulation. Wins against Buffalo, Florida, Minnesota, and now Detroit. You can close it out with a win against the Canadiens, who you didn't have a great game against in February. And in November, you blew a lead against them in Montreal. So you'd like to play better against Montreal, who has your number this season. And then the Flyers take on the Senators next Thursday. So we'll see what happens. Thanks, everybody, so much for all the support. Again, on today's watch party and all of that stuff. It was a huge success, and I had a great time. There's one more, April 4th, Flyers taking on the Blues. And also, as I announced today, I'm going to be doing some watch parties for the Phantoms and their playoff run. So stay tuned for that announcement soon. I can't wait to announce that and get all the dates together once the Phantoms kind of officially make it, because they're pretty much in at this point. It just really depends on seeding. So thanks, everybody, so much for all the support. And I'll talk to you all again soon.